It worked. Okay. Going live. We're going live. How are we looking? Technology, man. There you guys are. Welcome. Thank you. Technology is weird. All right. Let's try this again. Jim! Oh, you like the shirt? This was actually your idea. You guys told me to make a shirt that says Lachi Mo La La. Had to do it. Got one for myself. I might get them in a few different colors just because I was walking around the gym with this shirt on and some people said, hey, hey. Okay. Yeah, you don't realize how many BTS fans there are out there until you walk around with a BTS shirt or something like that. Like only real ARMY knows what that means. Other people are just like, what the hell does that mean? But ARMY, you guys know what's up. ARMY wear. What's up, Julie? Keith? There they are. How you guys doing? Where are you from again, Keith? I forgot. Where are you from? Are you from where are you from again? I know Julie's from Wisconsin. Where are you from, Keith? Where's Keith from? Massachusetts. That's right. Okay. Ah, look at all of you guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the concert over the weekend. That was something special, right? La chimo la la. Yeah, yeah. So you guys saw me react to V's solo. Yeah, some of you guys actually nailed it in the comments section on Patreon anyway. You guys said I think one of your comments were when I was watching the V solo and I started getting misty. You guys, several of you pointed out that, oh, he's probably thinking about his own kid. I was. I got misty when V started singing to that kid. Yeah, I did start thinking of my own kid. That's kind of what did it. So a lot of you guys caught that. I couldn't help it. I'm not a crier. But that one got me. That one got me. But yeah, so and you guys probably saw my reaction to JK and Jimin. Yeah, those were pretty. And a lot of you guys were telling me about day two. I did watch day two, those solo performances, and they put a little bit more stuff on it. But in my opinion, day one was better for me, probably because I didn't know what to expect. And watching day two, I knew what was coming, and the outfits were a little different, and they were a little bit more, maybe a little bit more into it. But day one, I didn't know what was coming, so for me, day one was more impressive for that reason, you know. But I did watch not the whole day two, but I just watched some of the solo things. Yeah, and you guys were funny to say that they put JK and Jimin back to back. Whose idea was that? That was pretty dope. Yeah, I was reading a lot of your comments. Yeah, Jimin crying at the end. Yeah, that was pretty touching. That guy. It's an emotional time though. Like I think I mentioned it during the reaction is that they've probably been just as anxious and pent up as we have been, you know. They live to perform and they live to see the audience and interact with Army and stuff. They live for that. So it didn't surprise me one bit that Jimin was kind of feeling that emotional tension because you know this has been a tough year for a lot of people, and so you could see it on his face that he really misses doing it the old way and being in front of a live audience, a big audience. I'm sure a lot of the guys missed that, and they were doing the best they could, but it's just not the same. Yeah. Ah. And I think I'm ready to call it. Um, yeah, I've been having this conversation with a lot of people on Patreon for a while now, talking about is BTS the best music group ever? And I'm usually quick to say that they are after watching something amazing because like you gotta kind of get caught up in the moment. But then you start thinking about it like, well, there have been some really good groups over the decades. Um, and you talk about the Beatles and a few others. One Army actually said, "I love BTS, but are they better than Earth, Wind, and Fire?" And then I Googled Earth, Wind, and Fire to kind of see what they've done and the period of time that they did it and the awards that they've won. And I started to say, yeah, that's okay. Earth, Wind, and Fire was dope. Uh, but I think, especially after watching that concert, and I kind of am maybe in the moment a little bit, but I think I'm ready to call it. BTS is the best music group of all time, of all time. Now, if you guys have any groups that come to mind that you want to counter with, feel free to put them down, and I'll think about it. But I looked at the body of work of some of the other groups in past decades. I considered the longevity. I considered the quality, um, the global appeal, the crossover. I considered all that, um, and I think I'm ready to call it. I think BTS is the greatest music group of all time. Of all time. Um, do you guys have any thoughts on that? You guys have any groups that you want to throw out there that you think comes anywhere close? uh, okay, some of you guys are talking about Stray Kids, ATs, EXO. Okay. Okay. I don't want to start any, fights here, but people have different preferences. JS95, what's up, girlfriend? What you got to say, baby? It's too late. Congratulations on your birthday. You're as always the best. Thank you, 95. Do I just call you JS95? I wish I knew some of your names because I just call you your channel or your whatever name, and it sounds weird. But thank you so much for the super chat, darling. Really appreciate it. You're an angel. I see you every time. You're awesome. But yeah, so Queen. I mean, Queen is they're legendary. They're in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. Do I think they're better than BTS? No, I don't. But that's not to take away from any of the accomplishments from groups in the past. I just think, and you know me, I'm kind of like that. I like to compare. I don't know if it's the competitor in me, but I can't help but size up people and things. That's just what I do. So if it offends some of you, you don't want to think like that, that's fine. But in my opinion, I think if you just put BTS up against anyone, I think they're the greatest group of all time. I've never seen a collection of talent like that in one group. Like I said in my reaction, you have I was talking about the solos of JK and Jimin. You got two of the best in the business, in the entire K-pop industry, two of the best dudes in the entire industry in the same group. That's almost unfair. So, but it's not just those two. You talk about the best rappers, the best dancers, the best singers. It's just an embarrassment of riches and talent in one group. One group. Yeah, it's almost not fair. So yeah, I'm calling it. I challenge anyone to say differently. We can have a debate, a meaningless debate, but I think BTS is the greatest group ever. Yeah, the Beatles were great for their time. See, it's all about your time. You know, like the Beatles, the Queen, any of the groups from the 80s, you talk about just legends. You know, pick a name. They were great for their time, but in this time, 2020, it's no question, BTS has raised the bar. That's the whole point of progress. You're supposed to be better than previous, you know, better than decades. You know, you talk about that with anything, sports. You know, you try to be better than generations past. And so things are always going to be better as technology improves, you know. And BTS is the best group right now. And I think they're the best group of any decade. They're artists, they're true artists. And I'm so glad I found them because I never would have known that they existed. Christabi, how you doing? I really love them. I did not regret one bit that I stan BTS. They are my first K-pop group. Good values, good music, great talent, all in one. Ain't that the truth? That's the other thing. Does BTS ever get into any trouble? Like you never hear them like getting into any real scandal or trouble, or they're not reckless or irresponsible, or you know what I mean? That's usually kind of how rock and roll, the music industry works. You always kind of get into trouble, you do dumb stuff, you set a bad example, you break something, you trash something, you know. But BTS never gets in any trouble, and so yeah, they're great role models. They're good. You know, they're just. I've never seen anything like them. I've been following BTS intensely, as you know, for the last 9-10 months now. I pretty much just engulfed myself into BTS for 10 months, and I've never seen any group like them. And you guys have seen, I've reacted to other K-pop groups, and there's a lot of talent out there, but none quite like BTS, you know. De'Ara Harris, what's up, yo? What you got to say? I agree. Most groups have that standout artist who outshines everyone else, and they usually break up because of it, right? With BTS, you don't have that. Absolutely. That's the great thing. I always talk about with the shows where you get to see them intimately, and I mean intimately. Like BTS gets right up in your face. They show you every pore, every blemish. They're not shy about showing you who they are, and that's amazing right there. They're so transparent. They allow you to see them for who they are. Most artists and celebrities in general are very guarded. You know, they don't like to they show you what they want you to see for the most part. And I pay attention I have like a fakeness radar, and I was checking in the beginning to see, are these guys for real? Like, but the amount of content that they put out and how close they allow you to be with them, you'd think they would mess up at some point. You know, because the real always comes out. But over the course of time, with that much content, that much coverage, that much exposure, and they still are completely authentic, yeah, they're the real deal. There's nothing fake about BTS. I know, I haven't seen every K-pop group, and I haven't really gone deep into every K-pop group like Shiny, or EXO, or even Stray Kids for that matter. But you know, and I will. I definitely will. I want to find out the personalities of these groups, and just to have that knowledge. But yeah, BTS is they're the real deal, man. I have a really good keen radar for that, and they're just as real as it gets. Stephanie, What's up, Hugh? Hi, DT. What about that inner child performance? Yeah, it was so pure. Tay is so talented. Nobody compares to BTS. Agreed. Thank you for the super chat, Stephanie. Absolutely. I mean, you guys saw my reaction to V and that thing. It was touching, to say the least. Very emotional. You know, I have kids, so something about that whole performance really got me. Gabriella, how you doing, babe? I love them because, like you said, it has a lot. It has a lot of talent, and the fact that they have a say on their music, absolutely, it's what makes them great. I couldn't agree more. It's all about being authentic. A lot of other groups and artists, I feel, get caught up in the business side, and they make business decisions, and they forget what got them into music in the first place, and it shows in the work. But BTS are the definition of artists. They do it for the love of the music, for the love of the fans. They're old school in that way, where they're not caught up in the glamour so much. They do it for the love of the art, and that's just so rare nowadays. Thank you for the super chat, Gabrielle. I appreciate that. Wayne Morrison, what's up? What's up, man? Wayne's one of my patrons. He's been following me for a while. Great concert, right? It was good, right? Thank you, Wayne. You're awesome, by the way. Everybody likes my shirt. The guy at the gym at the front desk actually said, "What does that word mean?" And I'm like, "You wouldn't know anything about that, Playboy. You wouldn't know anything about that." So yeah, I left him confused. Celeste, Ann, how you doing? What you got to say? No musical act has ever captivated me like BTS. They're not only supremely talented, but they're genuinely good humans. Couldn't agree more. Oh, and you guys saw my reaction to Jimin's dad. You know, the video where we're talking about Jimin's family. I'd like to get to know the family of all the guys. I bet you they come from good backgrounds. I can imagine, because they're just such great people. I'm trying to get some ideas, some pointers, so I can be the best dad I can be. Because to have 7 guys this character, and it's inspiring. Krista B, you're right. In this generation, I could say BTS is the best of the best. All of their music have such great meaning, and the wordplay, so poetic. Yeah, like I said before, it's an embarrassment of riches. They just have too much talent for one group. It's almost not fair. They have a monopoly on talent, and they need to be broken up. I'm just kidding. Thank you, Krista B. Great comment. You guys are asking me when am I gonna watch the K-dramas? Hwarang. Soon, very soon. V's in it. I gotta check that guy out. I'm actually watching the Run BTS episodes. I just did 74 today, where they're acting. It's really cool to see V showing off his acting chops. He's a pro. You know, it's like, do I have to keep saying it? Just too much talent. Janita, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you for the super chat, darling. Been Army since 2013. Wow, from the very beginning, huh? I've never seen. No one's got it all like BTS does. Queen is phenomenal. Do they have rappers in 7 Amazing? Great point. Plus, everyone in BTS is an artist of their own. Absolutely. Yeah, that's another great point, Anita. Or Janita, how do we pronounce that? BTS can do it all. There's groups that you could say, even as recent as the 90s or even the 2000s, that were good groups, but they didn't have all this talent. They couldn't do everything. You know, in fact, name an American group who can sing, rap, and dance, you know, and can do all that really well. You'd have to, I can't think of too many. Name an American group that can sing, rap, and dance. really, really well. I'm drawing a blank. Can't think of any. I'm sure there are some. I can't think. Help me out, guys. New Kids on the Block. There you go. New Edition. Yeah. A little, okay. A New Edition. It was from the 80s. They were good for the 80s. But the level that BTS has taken it to. But I see your point. For their time, New Edition, yeah, they were groundbreaking because they could do everything. Of course, some of you are going to talk about NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. NSYNC in particular. Not a lot of rapping going on in NSYNC though. No. I mean, Justin, he Pretty Boy rapped, but it's not the same. He didn't spit fire like Suge. Yeah. Lillian. Hey, darling. What you got to say, Lillian? BTS has helped me heal in so many ways. They are the best and just such great human beings. And appreciate you as an Army TT. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian. Appreciate that. Love the super chat, honey. Yeah. Can you imagine what is some of the acts going to be like in 15 years? Like if it's true what I said, you try to progress throughout the decades. I wonder what the shows are going to be like 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Yeah, the Jackson 5, they were good for their time. Absolutely. For the 70s, Jackson 5, I mean, nobody had seen anything like that up till then. So yeah, anytime you bring something new and innovative in any generation, yeah, you're gonna be legendary. That's why I said BTS is legendary, because I don't think too many people have seen that before. I certainly haven't, and I'm a music connoisseur. I really study the game, you know what I'm saying? And I had never seen an act like that, a performance like that. Okay, someone's being a downer, talking about in 10 years BTS will be disbanded because of the military. Womp, womp, womp. Thank you. Natasha. Love that name. Just came from watching your newest Run BTS video on Patreon. So much fun. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for crying with me during Inner Child. Can always count on you. That was so, I'm a tad embarrassed that you caught me tearing on camera. That never happens. I'm a rock. I'm as tough as nails. And as soon as V turned to that kid and got me. But I feel close to you guys. I have no problem with it. Tiffany Helton. As a 37-year-old Army, I've been around for all the boy bands. None of them did it like BTS. Word. Because of BTS, I've fallen back in love with music. Amen to that. I have to agree. Yeah, I'm with you there. I have not been into music in I don't know how long. Like there was just no one on the horizon that was really making some waves that I had seen. So I'd kind of given up on music, to be honest. So yeah, Tiffany, you're awesome. Couldn't agree with you more. Did I miss one? Celeste Ann. Also, everything goes literally. Saved my life. Thank you, Celeste. I didn't cry during Winter Bear. I got misty, but I didn't really, no. I did get misty during Winter Bear. There's something about V's voice. He's kind of like, V's voice is like a deep violin. He just has an ability to kind of, yeah, there's something about V's voice. He does it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it has that kind of whispery, deep voice and just kind of, I don't know what it is. Yeah, V has a few songs, so I'm just like, ah. No, Misty is not crying. There's Misty, and then there's crying. There's a difference. Oh, okay, you caught me. I cried a little when V wrote that letter to Jimin and Bon Voyage. Okay, I did. Wow, you guys don't miss a thing. How do you remember that? Yeah, you patrons, man. You know my channel and my stuff better than I do. Sometimes I forget stuff, and you guys know more about my channel than I do. Oh, Keith, you were into what'd you say? You listened to Stigma at least 5 times, did you, Keith? Okay. Yes, I can't wait for their new album. I'm very excited to see, because the great thing about BTS, whatever they're feeling, they immediately get in the lab and start working. You know, you see Suga do that, you see RM do that, you know, in the Bon Voyage shows. Whatever they're feeling in the moment, they'll jump right into writing a song. So it's really it's kind of like a little screenshot, a little time capsule of what they're feeling at that moment. You know, they're really capturing that moment in time. So I can't wait to see what they went through this year and how that's going to come out in their album, because you know they write about their feelings and their ups and downs. So I imagine they put a lot of heart and emotion into this new album. So it should be good, you know what I'm saying? And they had a lot of time on their hands, so it should be good. Kayla Atkinson. Hey, baby. We're Army. We're pretty much detective, nothing. Apparently. Thank you, Kayla. Ain't that the truth? Roof. Let's see. Oh, and some of you guys were asking if I was going to do a Jimin reaction on his birthday. That was tough because I've gotten like hundreds of DMs over the weekend. A lot of people signed up for my Patreon page over the weekend because they wanted to see that concert reaction. So I really appreciate everybody that signed up over the weekend. But I literally got hundreds of DMs. People talking about the concert, people talking about Jimin's birthday, and I got just dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of videos sent to me. And it was hard to even get through them all. And that's why if you guys sent me a message on Patreon and I haven't responded yet, because I got a ton and I'm still trying to read them all. So, and a lot of you guys were asking me the same thing, so I'm just going to try and answer them here on live stream. But yeah, there were so many videos, Jimin videos, I couldn't even choose one. And so I decided just to do a live stream instead. Tell the world how much I love Jimin. And, but believe me, I'm going to do many more Jimin reactions in the future. You know I am. So I saved all those, don't worry. Chicks IL. Is that Illinois? Oh, like Chicago, Illinois? Is that what you're saying? I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, I did see JK's performance on day 2. He changed his outfit. He put a little bit more stank on it, you know what I'm saying? But still, the way I felt when I first saw the day 1 performance of My Time by JK, I just wasn't ready for that. He looked so good. I mean, personally, I like the black leather outfit with tight leather pants. I like that better, in my opinion. I thought both performances were awesome. He did add a little bit extra flavor on day 2, but I just was so caught off guard by JK. You know, a lot of you guys were telling me in advance, like, oh, wait till you see Jimin. You know, Jimin's doing Filter. So that's kind of what I was focused on while watching the concert. You know, I was like, okay, Jimin's, gonna perform Filter. I wasn't thinking about anyone else. And then JK came on first, and I was like, oh, and then all of a sudden he started moving. You saw my reaction. Nothing needs to be said, but yeah, I think day 1 was better, in my opinion, just for this element of surprise and shock and awe. JK did his thing. And is it me, or is JK starting to fill out a little too? I mean, he was filling out those pants. Has he always had big muscular thighs like that? How did I not notice JK's thighs? What is it? You know, he's the muscle bunny. It's stunning to see the duality of some of these guys. Like, you know, I watched the Run BTS episodes and the Bon Voyages, and JK is just so soft spoken at times. He's so cute. You know, he seems. You'd never expect him to be able to perform like that with that much testosterone on stage. You're like, where did that come from? Because he's so unassuming most of the time. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you see him with the hair. He was impressive. I'm not surprised that he was trending on, you know, after that performance, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, damn. And then Jimin came on right after. Yeah, that was just special. And Kathleen, hey baby, thanks for the super chat. You're a darling. Where are you from? Can you guys just let me know where you're from? I love, you know about me and geography. I like to see where you guys are from. But thank you for the super chat, Anne. Really appreciate it. Tiffany Helton, BTS is the definition of duality. You're absolutely right, Tiff. That's true for all the guys. All the guys have the ability to kind of do that. What was the moment that made me decide to be ARMY? The quality of their work. Okay, here I go. So I've listened to a lot of other K-pop groups, other K-pop songs, and there's a certain sound that sounds K-poppy, where it sounds a little bit, what's the word? You guys probably know what I'm talking about. There's certain K-pop songs from certain K-pop groups that just sound a little bit K-poppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, almost like the stereotype of what you think K-pop would be, as if you didn't know any better. And then groups like BTS, where the sound and the quality is so rich and deep that it just sounds like classical music. It just sounds like pure art, and it's just there's a difference. And so BTS continues to put out really rich, well-produced, high quality music, and for me that was just an easy choice. They're not just another K-pop corny type of thing. They're putting out absolute art that's going to be timeless, that's going to resonate throughout the decades. That's what I listen for. You know how you listen to songs that were made in the 60s and 70s that you still hear, you know, like they'll play them as the soundtrack in movies and stuff. That's how timeless some of these songs are from the past. I think you're going to be hearing BTS on a lot of movies soundtracks for years to come, because the music was that good. And it just captured today. It captured the time. Like Dynamite, I guarantee you Dynamite will be on a soundtrack of a movie in 15 years. I bet you anything. Do I yell too much? People say that I'm an angry reactor. I think I'm the only angry reactor. I'm not angry. I just like to yell, and I get passionate about what I talk about. You know, somebody said I'm the only angry reactor. Tiffany, Chicago. Wow, another Chicago. A lot of Chicagoans. But you currently live in Georgia. Okay. Lovely. That's awesome. Chicago. Where in Georgia? Atlanta? The ATL? Shouty? Oh, you guys are so sweet. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. Yeah, some of the early comments that I saw in my video. Why is he yelling? Why is he yelling? He's so angry. Why is he yelling? I'm not yelling. Oh boy. Krista B. JK is still the baby of BTS. They still treat him like that, which is super cute. They do treat JK like a little baby. He is the baby. He's adorable. But then he gets on stage, Lord have mercy. And that is no boy. That's man. Purple Marley, thanks for the super chat. Love you. Oh, yes. Okay. You guys keep thinking I forget about Jimin's performance in Black Swan. I know that was awesome. In fact, I've watched that concert at least 4 or 5 times. And yeah, the whole Black Swan gets me every time. It's absolutely beautiful. In fact, my mom watched my reaction and she said, yeah, that Black Swan is one of the most beautiful things she's ever seen. And yeah, and Jimin, Jimin's a big part of that. So absolutely, that was one of the memorable moments of the concert. Absolutely, was the Black Swan thing. Yeah. Who's my mom's bias? I don't know. Mom, are you watching? Who's your bias? If you're watching live, Mom, get on the chat and start talking to the people. Who's your bias? Janita, you're from Finland. Oh, really? Oh, you got okay. I need to come visit you and some of the other folks up there that I've talked to. I want to. You know how I feel about that whole region. I really want to visit there one day. So when I come visit that area, all you guys, I'll let you guys know, and we'll meet up somewhere and chat about BTS and the Santa Claus Village. Yes, yes, I'm all up in there. I can't wait to go. Yeah, they visited in the summer. That's right. Yeah, I gotta get to that Santa Claus Village. That looks pretty awesome. Thank you, Janita. Finland, huh? Yay. Okay, Stephanie Blake. Question Jimin aside, what member would you take on a Jimin aside? Would you take out on a date, hang out with? Not Jimin. Who and why? I've always said RM because of the conversation. I like how RM has a way of bringing out serious conversation in people. Like I think I mentioned this in the Bon Voyage episode where you look at some of the other guys, they act really goofy. They don't like to share a lot of serious stuff. But anytime they were paired with RM, they always talked about their feelings, their family, their fears, their ambitions. RM has a way of having really great, deep conversations. So I would love to hang out with RM and go on a date with. Yes, RM's pretty awesome. He's the president. Good question. Chicks, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois, I'm guessing. Thank you for the super chat again. Yeah, Julie, start teaching me Korean. In fact, there's this chicken teriyaki place that I go to all the time, and I'm practicing my Korean every time I order chicken teriyaki there. I go, 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. So I'm learning a few things, and boy, when you walk into a Korean or a Korean restaurant or something, and you speak even a little bit of Korean, they are thrilled. Like when I used to walk into that place, he kind of wouldn't even look at me. Like, what do you, And I would make my order. He wouldn't even look me in the face. And I'd been going there for months. And all of a sudden, I walked in there, and I started saying Korean words. He looked at me with this big happy face, and got super excited. And so now every time I go in there, he loves me now. See, learn Korean. Comes in handy. You'll make a lot of friends. Yeah, I'm just learning Korean by watching BTS. Did I miss your super chat, Kay? Did I miss your super chat? Purple Marley gave me one. Kay, oh, there you are, Kay. I see you, sweetie. The choreographer of JK's My Time is the same choreographer as Jimin's Serendipity. His name is Brian Puspos. So yeah, you guys told me about that. While Dynamite and Filter were choreographed by the same person named Nikki Anderson. Gosh, you guys know so much stuff. Thank you, KL, for that information. Yeah, Brian Puspos. I've been hearing about him. You guys have told me about him. In fact, Brian also did the choreography to Jimin and JK's whatchamacallit. He did something else earlier. You guys told me about that. But yes, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate that. KL. See, I caught you. Janita. Well, that's the old one. That's the old one. Okay. Now, where were we? Where were we? Own it. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. You want to learn English? Like some of you have actually said that you're learning English by watching me. Okay, I better enunciate better. But I'm flattered that you're trying to learn English by watching my reaction videos. That's cute. Ah. Oh, we got a new patron. I saw you. Thank you for signing up. Appreciate that. Oh, and yeah, you guys, if you guys want to watch my full concert reaction, you might want to watch it now before it gets blocked. You know, they're kind of coming down hard on that. So if you guys want to watch my full reaction to the concert while it lasts on Patreon, you better sign up now. I'm not sure how long it's staying up there. They're getting blocked everywhere. Okay. Yes, I'm going to watch In the Soup. I'm going to be like this week. I'm watching another episode of Bring the Soul. No, I'm sorry. Break the Silence. Break the Silence. I think I'm on episode 6, and then I'm going to do In the Soup. Everyone loves my shirt. La chi mo la la. That's also probably the funnest thing to say, right? Say this word and you'll be in a better mood. Gabriela, how are you? From Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Really? You're in paradise? I love your reactions and see you become an army. I purple you. BTS are not just other K-pop artists like you said. Absolutely. Oh, Gabriela, okay. Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, huh? Lucky gal. It's beautiful down there. Oh, yeah, and more about this word. I'm going to start using this, as a parenting tool. Like anytime your kids, get a little wild and crazy or there's kind of some kind of argument, just tell them to say this word. And I guarantee you the fighting will stop. In fact, use it for anything. If you're getting in a fight with your husband or whatever, both of you just say la chi mo la la. I guarantee you the argument will stop. See? Try it. I'm giving relationship advice. What? I didn't miss your chat, did I? I didn't miss a chat. No, I didn't. I saw it, didn't I? Natasha! With your sexy name, darling. I love that name. I love the way you spell it, too. Natasha. Remember to visit Denmark, Copenhagen when you visit the countries up here. Yeah. I so want to go. As soon as the traveling thing is straightened up. Oh yeah, I want to travel all over, especially the Nordic area. It's beautiful up there. Absolutely stunning. Oh yes, I have a. Where did my shark tank go and the lion? They're actually in my stairwell. It looks way better up there. But yeah, I still have them. The shark tank, because of the blues, it didn't really match the color of my wall. It just looked a little off. This picture actually goes with the color of my wall better, so that's why it's up there. And it just looks cool. You missed the sharks? Yeah, the sharks are, it looks better. In fact, I'll show you. Hang on. I know I showed a lot of you on Patreon on one of my reactions, but so my sharks. Look at that. And then Mochi the lion is over here. See? Plus, being in the stairwell, you look up and it's so huge, it looks like you're actually in an aquarium looking up at a shark tank. Isn't that cool? And then Mochi the lion looking majestic and sexy up there. So yeah, I think it looks better in here. There we go. But that's pretty cool too. I like it. A little Route 66 action, even though I've never been on Route 66. Okay. Thank you. You like my crib? You like the crib? You like my BTS merch? I do too. Only 19 bucks, people. It could be yours. Which one do I like better, cute Jimin or sexy Jimin? I love them both. Are you kidding me? You can't choose which Jimin to like. I love the fact that he goes back and forth. I talked about this months ago, how Jimin goes back and forth on purpose sometimes. And it always keeps you guessing, which Jimin are you gonna get? You never know. He's an enigma. Yeah, Jimin always keeps you guessing. I love that about Jimin. You never know what you're getting from Jimin. Always keeps you guessing. Okay, someone's trying to hook me up with their sister. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hyujin Huang, what's up? How you doing? What you got to say? It was me who studies English. Oh, well, hello. This is the person who studies English by watching my reactions. Aw, you're so sweet. Well, I'm glad you can learn English. Well, what was the word of the day? My last reaction. You remember what my word of the day was? You probably remember. Good googly moogly. There's my English word for you today. Try to use it in a sentence. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Kayla Atkinson. BTS saved me. I was so depressed and unsure of myself. Even hated myself. One day, the song Far Away came on my feed. Cried on my bedroom floor to it. And signed up for the nursing program the next day. Changed my life. That's what I'm talking about, Kayla Atkinson. See, I love doers. I love people who take action. Whatever inspires you, whatever gets that fire in your belly and gets you to get up and do something that you really want to do, I'm all about that. I'm about that action, and you're about that action. Good job, Kayla. Proud of you. And thanks for the super chat, honey. Keep doing you. That's what I'm talking about. And Kayla, if you haven't already, I hope you put your story on my army wall on Patreon. I have like almost 100 stories on my army wall on Patreon. I love to hear inspiring stories like that. And everyone else loves to hear inspiring stories like that. You might be helping someone else. Filter or promise? What do I like better? Filter or promise? They're both awesome. Filter had a little higher tempo, as much more of a dancing song than Promise. Promise was just sweet. Promise was just a song that's you just listen to while you're cuddled up on a big sofa next to a fire, reading a good book. That's what I think of when I hear Promise. Filter is more of a I'm going to seduce you type of song. I told you, Jimin goes back and forth. Sometimes he wants to be cute and sweet and angelic, and other times he wants to seduce. You never know which one you're going to get either. And I did catch the move by Jimin, which caught me off guard, probably caught you guys off guard, was the move with the hand down low. And he held it there a little bit longer than I thought he was going to hold it. Yeah, very interesting. I was not expecting him to hold it in place for that long. Usually he'll put it there just as a tease for like a half second. He kept it there. That's why my reaction, if you saw my reaction, was what it was. Because I was like, it's still there. But whatever, that was his choreography choice. Some of you are too embarrassed to talk about that moment. Well, I'm talking about it. I saw it. And you saw it. Jimin was like, yeah, I'm keeping my hand there. What? Oh, don't talk about JK's thighs. Yeah. To be honest, like I've watched both of those performances at least 20 times. The day one. I still think about those are the what can you say? Those two guys. And I cannot believe they're on the same group. Each one of those would be a star on another group, doing big things individually, and they're on the same team? Are you kidding me? When am I posting my next video reaction? Real soon. You know I don't go too long without posting another one. Besides, you guys send me so many videos. I have hundreds of videos to react to. Don't worry. You're going to see this face for a while. Rebecca! This is personal, but I almost lost my life. My daughter introduced me to BTS, and I am worthy of love, and so are you. XOXO from North Carolina. Wow, do you see what I'm talking about? Sometimes it's bigger than music, man. Sometimes a group comes along that literally changes lives, changes the world. And BTS is one of those groups. It's evident. I've read so many stories so far. You guys put them on my army wall. You guys send me emails directly, messages directly. And I see the kind of impact this group has. And it's not just a few of you, it's a lot of people. So it's not a coincidence. Clearly BTS is touching people in a way that makes them change their lives. And how many groups can you really say that about? I mean, you talk about who the best group of all time is. That's a factor. That is a factor, I think. Thank you for the super chat, Rebecca. Appreciate that. And appreciate you sharing that. Stephanie from Brazil. Can you imagine V's mixtape? Oh, yes. Can't wait for that one. Oh, that's going to be tough. I have to get into a certain mood if I'm going to listen to V for a whole mixtape with his sexy voice. I don't know how V does that with his voice. Well, he just goes really low. And he knows how does he, where does that, yeah, it's chilling. And thank you for the super chat, honey. Jimin is the best performer in the world right now. He's one of them. He's definitely one of them. I'd have to say all of BTS is the best performer on earth. Because the rap line, when they did the boxing ring thing, that was dope. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. BTS can give you anything you want. When you're in the mood, it's all about, you know, when you're in a certain mood, you want to be romanced and be serenaded. Jin can handle that. JK can handle that. When you want to see beautiful ballet-type choreography and dancing, Jimin will give that to you. If you want some real incredible hip-hop dancing, J-Hope will give you that. You know, you want some spitfire hardcore rapping in your face, Suge delivers, RM delivers. What do you want? That's why a BTS concert is so is just such an experience, because you're getting all of these different things in a concert, where it never gets old, it never gets boring, because they're always switching up their game. Why don't I have pictures of BTS in your home? I actually thought about that. I actually thought about having BTS posters all over. Would that be kind of weird, though? Maybe a small one. Look, I have BTS cards sitting on my desk here. Okay? When I have company, I have to explain this sometimes. So having giant BTS posters everywhere, maybe when I was 12, I'm a little too old for that. Not criticizing anyone who might have BTS posters all over the place. There's nothing wrong with it at any age. All right? Yeah, see, some of you guys have BTS probably just everywhere. Okay, see, Bad Mama Jamma is 51, and she has a big BTS poster. It's fine. Hey, if it was up to me, I would have a giant Jimin poster on the ceiling. But that would be weird. MG. I ran away from my toxic home because BTS's charity message inspired me. I signed for an overseas humanitarian project and never looked back. They saved me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Inspiration can come from anywhere. And those of you who have the courage, the strength to actually get up and do something about it, I love you guys. I love that. I'm about that action. You know that. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for your story. Appreciate that. Julie, see, no. If I would ever bring a young lady into my room and she sees just Jimin posters hanging everywhere, it probably would not go very well. I'd have to explain that to the late. Yeah, so what it is I appreciate Jimin as an artist, and I just admire his work, and so therefore I have his poster on the ceiling with him doing the splits. What? Okay, Nini now. Not everyone can be a sensual performer without even showing skin like Jimin. It's true. Amount of talent Jimin has in him is no joke. That's true. That's true about all of the BTS sexy guys. You know the guys. You know the guys. There's a really the two sexy guys on BTS is Jimin and JK. They sell sexualness. That's just what they do. That's their lane, and they don't show a lot of skin. They don't have to. You know, you look a lot of American artists or whatever, the sexy R&B types. They have to show a lot of chest. They show a lot of skin with the sexy, kind of like Magic Mike. But JK and Jimin can do that without hardly showing anything. It's all in the grace and artistry of the way they move, and they just know how to sell it in a way that they don't need to go just gratuitous skin showing stuff. And that's a talent within itself. But thank you for your super chat. Couldn't agree more. V is sexy with his mouth. I mean, hang on. V is sexy with his voice. He's not the sexy mover like JK and Jimin are. So that's a different type of sexy. He's saying it. V is sexy with his voice. Okay, get your minds out of the. Come on, people. This is what happens when you do a live stream. Anything can happen. Janita, you could frame a poster that fits your decor and color theme. I have the Wings album logo posters in my living room and I've gotten compliments. It's a great point, Janita. Okay, fine. I'll consider it. If you guys have any poster ideas, pictures you can send me, I'll consider it. Nothing too teenagery. Okay. But if it's artistic, yeah, I can do something. Kayla Atkinson, I love that you're so in love with Jimin. What do you mean? What gave you that idea? Your face looks like you have a stroke. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for that. Every time he comes on the screen, you even blush sometimes. What's your point, Kayla? What are you trying to say? He's a talented young man. That's all. You guys are funny. See, this is why I like doing live streams. You guys are so funny. Although I have seen Jimin and JK show little abs, show some ab action. I've seen those. I've seen it. They have gone there. Yeah, since we're on the topic of seducing, how did we get on this topic? So there's two guys that seduce with their eyes. There's two guys that's their thing. V, Jimin. They're the two guys that seduce with their eyes. JK can do a little bit of that too, but not like V and Jimin. They really seduce with their eyes. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. In fact, I don't even know how to describe it, especially V, good Lord. V, like I've always said, V for visuals, V is the visual king. I've never seen a more photogenic human being than V. I mean, photogenic doesn't even cut. He is just, yeah, he's got it. I'd have to say V is the most seducing with his eyes. It's just something, and he knows it too. Or maybe he doesn't know it. He just does it. Who cares? He just does it. That's all I know. Gabriella, about Jin being the little prince on the moon, loving the earth. Performance with a choreo I wasn't expecting. Yeah, Jin is a leading man. Jin has the leading man quality about him. He has that presence, even though he's a goof and he's a silly dude. When it's time to show that side, he's a very, very strong leading man figure. So yeah, I'm a fan of Jin. He can do just about anything. He's a talented dude. And Jin seduces with his eyes too. But Jin seduces like a husband. He's more seducing you like, I'm going to take care of you and I'm there for you. I'm a strong man. I'm a strong person for you and I'm going to be there for you. That's the seducing he has. V and Jimin have the other seducing, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh, Melanie, you have school tomorrow? That's adorable. Well, don't stay up too late. Yes, someone's a Taemin fan. I see you. Yes, he does too. But does he have the eyes seducing? He definitely has the body seducing. Taemin does. I don't know if he has the eyes seducing. I don't know. I might have to see more. KL, I want to talk about Jimin's hairstyle during the concert. Silver hair, undercut, and brushed. Yeah, it was pretty dope. He was showing forehead. He was showing a lot of forehead. Suga was showing some forehead too. Yeah. I'll give you a little forehead if you're not ready. Just when you least expected, the forehead will come out. Yeah, Suga has deceptively striking good looks. Like, people don't talk about Suga's good looks enough. He's a good-looking dude. Like, his good looks will sneak up on you. Like, you'll see him in an angle or in a certain performance. You're like, oh, Suga. Oh, okay. Yoongi. Yoongi, yes, he'll get pretty on you. Just when you least expect it, Yoongi will get pretty on you. And you'll be like, oh. Hobie does that for you? I've seen Hobie get sexy. I've seen him put on his sexy face. Oh yes, he has it. He has it. Hobie's really talented. I was just watching him on Run BTS today. He has so much intensity. Everything he does is big. Everything that Hobie does is animated. He's like a cartoon character. Everything he does is big. He's kind of hard not to look at. That's called stage presence. Hobie knows how to sell it on stage. He's probably learned how to be like that, just growing up. You know, if he, you know, because obviously he wanted to be in the industry, and he had to stand out in some way. Clearly, Hobie has learned to be very, very big on stage, where you just can't miss him. Yeah, he's got a lot of energy, that guy. Yeah, Nang Fa, you're late. Yeah, I still can't believe BTS has that many talented guys in one group. It's still, I mean, you have to. They kind of got lucky in a way, even though there were auditions and they were looking for talented guys. The fact that those 7 dudes are on one group, it's still it's still mind-boggling every time I think about it. Yes, you guys remember when I mentioned that RM is looking buff? He is. RM is becoming a man. RM's the tallest, isn't he? He's also the tallest. BTS the standard B. Thank you. At a concert, you'll leave with Hobie anyhow. Yes, Hobie has, he's all about that stage presence. Jin? Is Jin taller than RM? Is he really? Every angle that I've seen, RM looks the tallest. Huh. Okay, I'll have to look that up. To me, it looks like RM is the tallest. Hannah, what you got to say? Thanks for the super chat. Army react to foreheads like Victorian men reacted to ankles. Great comment. Thank you. I had no idea foreheads were a thing. Okay. How's my forehead? Do I have a nice forehead? Yes, I will be reacting to Taemin again. There you go. Soon. Very soon. Oh yeah, the TXT boys, they're tall too. Isn't one like 6'2"? One of the TXT boys? Yeah, they're big guys. Tall boys. Well, enough about me. What was your favorite moment of the concert? What was your favorite moment? Besides the JK and Jimin solo. We know about that. We've heard plenty about that. My time, yeah. That was, I mean, that was special. And where do they find that little boy? That looks just like V. He even had the ears. All I know is that little boy on that concert became famous overnight. Overnight, that boy. He will be forever known as Little V. Kayla Atkinson. Jungkook is super handsome and yes, super sexy, but I just can't look at him like that. He will forever be Cookie to me, our buddy. Oh, whatever, Kayla. Come on. You have eyes. You see the thighs. You see the moves. Come on. But I know what you mean, though. I get it. I get it. I actually like their very first performance that they did in the concert. Every time they perform on, it is just awesome, and I love the backdrop and that when they perform, it looked like they were on Jupiter. In fact, I think I said that in my reaction. Rebecca, I missed your last message. Sweetheart, I'm sorry. Love watching you, DT. The concert was so intimate. I shared some tears for sure, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was caught off guard a couple times throughout the concert. Oh, really, Julie? That little V is famous already? He's got a big following on Instagram. Well, I know he does now. It's probably doubled in size at least since that concert. Little V. 0 o'clock. Oh yes, absolutely. That was a really really nice one. Yeah, 0 o'clock was really pretty. I love the white. Yeah. Ego. Yeah, there was so many. I can't believe they were able to pull that off. Like, and some of the the video clips in between the music performances, were those something else or what? When Jimin is in the room of sheets, white sheets floating around, you're like, what? Holy crap! I mean, whoever came up with some of those concepts, I mean, just brilliant. Chris Reyes. I cried with V's solo, but Jimin made me cry a river. Happy birthday, Jimin. He'll do that to you. He'll do that. It's tough. It's tough to see any of the boys cry. But yeah, Jimin was looking. Oh, you just felt so bad. And how did they do the switching of the outfits thing in Jimin's filtered performance? That has to be some camera trickery, because there's no way he could have switched outfits like that live. No way, no way. Trickery. Maybe he's magical, like a leprechaun. Jimin is a fairy. Yeah, Jimin doesn't seem real sometimes. He looks like like he should be from Neverland. Jimin is visiting us from Neverland. Yeah, but the underrated performance was definitely on the very first performance that they did. I thought that was. I think I even said it in my reaction. I think that was better than the music video. That performance that they did of on was incredible. I love the black, and then they had the reddish kind of rocky background. Just amazing visuals in that performance. And the guys were dancing really hard. You can tell all that was pent up. They couldn't wait to perform. That's what they do. That's what they're passionate about. And you can tell they let it all out in a lot of those performances, because they were dancing really, really hard. And yeah, I was impressed. You guys. I'm talking about On. That's the one. That's the first thing they performed, right? It was On, I think, right? Who had the better crotch grab? Jimin or JK? Don't answer that. Okay. Okay. All right, all right. Well, Jimin definitely held it there the longest. So he gets points for that. JK kind of grazed. Okay, we're getting off the rails. We got kids here. Try to keep it PG, people. That's right. That's right. Keep it PG. What other moment did you like in the video? Yeah, I love, like I said, and Suga's, what was it? The outro that Suga did, was that, outro, is it Ego? Shadow. Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Suga did a great job with that one. Again, that was even doper looking than the music video that they did for that one, I think. Just the stage and the production, it was just a beautiful set. And like the ideas that these guys come up with are just incredible. But yeah, Suga, that was a great performance that they did on that one. Yeah. Yeah, Suga, I'm telling you, that boy. Yeah. Yeah, Suga has a lot of stage presence too. A lot of stage presence. You never suspect him, but that dude, he knows how to work that stage. JK undercut? What does that mean? Oh, were any of you on the screen that they were looking at? I think I asked that in my reaction too. Were any of you on that? Oh, his hairstyle. Okay. Oh, you were? Were you up on one of the screens? That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I could have been on one of those screens. That'd have been cool. You saw yourself? Ah, that's awesome. Was Suga injured? What was wrong with Suga's shoulder? What happened to his shoulder? Oh. Still? From the car thing? Oh, it still bothers him, huh? Oh, man. Poor guy. Yes, Jimin cried at the end. Yes, we know. He cried for a while, too. It was sad. He didn't just cry a little bit. He cried for a long time. I was like, Jim! Yep. They're tough guys, though. They will literally perform through almost anything. That's how much these guys love what they do. They're willing to go to exhaustion to give a great performance for Army. That's how much they love what they do. I've seen that a few times in a lot of the movies and show episodes. They will push themselves so hard. And I was very happy to see, because I think a few weeks ago I asked you guys, I was like, do you think Jimin can still do the splits? Like, do you think Jimin can do all that stuff that he did when he was much younger, like the flips and all that? And in the Black Swan thing, he did all that. I was like, wee! Look at Jimin. Jimin was doing the splits and doing the backflip, and he can still kick up to his head. I was like, oh man, no, that boy still got it. That boy still got it. He's 25, but he can still do it. Jimin! Yeah, he must still like stretch and do all that stuff, because he's still got it. He's still flipping around like he's a teenager. I was like, oh, you are not getting old, boy. You still got it. Okay, what is the fan chant? What is that? What is the fan chant? Jimin. Oh, good morning from India. Good morning. Oh, man. You guys are so nice. You guys are from all different time zones. Some of you guys are like 4 in the morning, and you guys are up right now to be on my live stream. That's so nice of you guys. You guys are awesome. Look at 3 a.m. in Norway. Unbelievable. Indonesia, it's 8:31 in the morning. That's awesome. You guys are so nice. From all over the world. Denmark is 3:30. And look at you guys, just showing so much love. It's getting me misty. Yes, Keith, yes. You're only in Massachusetts. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. So Jimin is 25, right? But Korean age, he's 26. Okay, so he's 25. 25, okay. He's getting old. He's 25. But he still got it, though. And all the boys are getting better looking. How are they getting better looking? That's unbelievable. V is looking more and more handsome. RM is filling out. JK is looking more and more like a man every day. How are they getting better looking? Jin is getting better looking. Yes, they're aging like fine wine. Yeah, Jin looks exactly the same as he did 7 years ago. Right? Jin, if you look at Jin 7 years ago, he looks exactly the same. Of course, the person who has changed the most is JK. Yeah. he, he looked like a little he looked like a little squirrel 7 years ago. Now he's like a man. Yeah, and in the performance in the concert with the black leather, he looked like Antonio Banderas in whatever that movie was with Salma Hayek. He looked like that. Just sexy. Not Zorro. Desperado. There you go. He looked like Desperado. JK is Desperado. Hobie. Yes, J-Hope fans. When is J-Hope gonna come out with another dance collab with what's that girl's name? The chicken noodle soup girl. He needs to do another chicken noodle soup type thing. Get another TikTok challenge going. Come on, Hobie. Yeah, Becky G. Yeah. J-Hope needs to do another TikTok challenge video like that. With the soda on the side. Now that song, Chicken Noodle Soup, and that is pure art. That is pure genius songwriting right there. Chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side. Poetry. I know it's not Hobie's song. I just want to see him do another dance thing. In fact, I haven't seen J-Hope really go all out with the dancing in a while. Where he's just like dancing really hard. I think on his mixtape, that one video, what was it? Was it Airplane? Like one of those videos where he was really dancing, you know, I think that's probably the last time I've seen J-Hope really get down with the dancing. Just Dance, yeah, that's like his go-to. I'm talking about just where he's really showing off all that he can do physically, because you know how he can get. But I think he holds back a little bit to stay in choreo or whatever he's doing. I want to see him really go all out with the dancing, because you know, boneless Hobie. I want to see boneless Hobie. Where's that guy? Diana Savala. Will you be watching Hwarang? It's the K-pop drama season. Yes, of course I will. I need to get into that. There's a few series that I need to get into pretty soon. That's definitely one of them, and I will be watching one of them. Or I will be watching. I'm not sure which one I'm going to start with, but yeah, I have a lot to watch. But thank you, Diana. I appreciate the super chat. Zavala. I love that last name too. Janita. Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jun Hoseok, Park Jimin, Kim Taehyung, Jung Jungkook, BTS. Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. That's the fan chant. Now start practicing, sir. Okay. Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin. Okay, okay. So basically, it's just saying their first and last names. Okay, no problem. That's the fan chant. Ah, okay. Knowledge is power. Patricia, I do pay attention. I pay attention to all the members. What are you talking about? Yeah, don't mistake my bias for neglecting the other guys, because I watch all of the guys and I appreciate all of them with all of their idiosyncrasies. Is that a word? But yeah, I appreciate all the guys and I definitely value their talent. So don't mistake my bias for not appreciating the other guys, because I definitely do. Janita! Right, okay, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Park is pronounced Bach? It's Bach Jimin? I never heard that. Uh-huh. Namjoon's the tallest. Not okay. Huh. Interesting. Bak Jimin? Oh. Thank you, Julie. Bak Jimin. Okay. Interesting. Learning stuff. Bak Jimin. Okay. You know, in my defense of why I do so many Jimin videos, you know how this works, right? You guys send me suggestions and I usually save them and react to them, right? I'm only reacting to the ones that you're... So if you send me 100 Jimin videos and like 4 of the other guys, you know, I'm going to... I'm reacting to what you guys are suggesting. That's kind of how most reaction interactions work. You send your suggestions and I react to them. It just so happens that I have a lot of Jimin fans, but I react to whatever you guys send me most of the time, unless it's lame. I do find videos on my own a lot of times. Or someone just released a new song or something. Yeah, those are easy. But yeah, you know, a lot of the times I'm reacting to videos that you guys are suggesting for me. So and with that, you're going to end up reacting to a certain person if I have a lot of that person's fans. Nangfa78. How you doing? Because you don't know the fan chant, I'm taking my wife application back. Oh, that's nice. LOL, will reapply when you have the chant down. Still love you though. Wow, that's all it took, Nangfa, for us to be done? What kind of wife are you? You're supposed to stand by your man. I didn't know the fan chant, so you were done? Oh, okay. I thought you were better than that, Nangfa. You're supposed to be with me no matter what. Well, thank you for the super chat, honey. Kayla Atkinson, you can't leave. I'm just kidding. Thank you, sweetheart. BTS in the soup on Patreon. Yes, it's definitely coming. Pretty soon, in fact. I'm almost done with Break the Silence. Or Bon Voyage, that is. And good night, sweetheart. Yes. Well, I get most of my suggestions on Patreon because you can just direct message me, because I get just so many on YouTube. I get thousands of video suggestions on YouTube. So I had to narrow it down some way. So I usually just, you can send it to me on Patreon. Occasionally I'll see a comment on my YouTube videos and I'll save them or something. A lot of you guys send me the same videos, so it takes a little bit of work for me to kind of decide which ones to react to. But I find that my patrons know me very well, and you guys know what I like, and so you guys on Patreon are usually the best go-tos as far as video suggestions, because we have a relationship. You guys know me, you guys know what I like, and you guys know what kind of videos get the best reactions out of me. So I usually thank you, Keith. Keith's a patron of mine. He sends me stuff from time to time. But yeah, you guys are getting to know me just as much as anything. Like, you guys are starting to know my music tastes and what type of videos get the best reactions out of me. So you guys are actually getting to know me pretty well and send me pretty good stuff that get great reactions out of me. Just send him Jimin videos. You see what I'm saying? This is what I have to deal with. But in that same topic, like you guys know that my biggest reaction comes from Jimin videos because I like the guy, and so you guys like it when I react a certain way. So, you know, if you like the way I react to Jimin, you're gonna send me more of Jimin. It's kind of how it works. We go round and round. What made Jimin your bias again? Tell me. Haven't I told you like 100 times? I'll tell you though. Stephanie! DT, I'm planning to go to Korea to study there. Nice. But I need some motivation after all this COVID stuff to keep going. I'm losing it, but still fighting though. Well, as long as you're smart about it, you know, do what you want to do, but be smart about it too. Make sure you think it through. Take the precautions necessary. But if that's something you really, really want to do, make it happen, girlfriend. But yeah, you know me. I'm all about that action. I like people who take action. And there's always a way. There's always a solution. There's always a way. So find that way. Make it happen. Do you, boo. Oh yeah, Bulletproof. Not too many people are talking about the Bulletproof performance. That was really good too. Oh, you're fine, Stephanie. You're fine. But yeah, back to your Jimin question. Jimin just makes me feel all types of ways. It's nothing too complicated. When I saw Jimin perform Serendipity, and it's just the way he looks at the camera. It's his personality. It's his energy. It's and of course he's extremely talented. Yeah, what's not to like about Jimin? He's sweet. He has he's very loving, affectionate. He's sincere. He's authentic. He works really hard. I can go on and on about the guy. I mean, he's close to a perfect human being as they come. In fact, I would be very, very happy for my daughters to marry a guy or date a guy like that. Like, if my daughters in 10 years brings home a guy like that, what can I say? You know, any father would be more than thrilled for a young lady to bring home a guy like that. But you could really say that for all the guys, though. Jimin is just one of them. But I'll tell you what, though. One thing Jimin has taught me more than anything is that is being caring and affectionate is a good thing. You know, I've talked about this before, but a lot of guys have trouble showing our affection, especially here in the West. We don't know what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, or what's, you know, we are very reserved when it comes to showing our affection and appreciation for other people. And Jimin showed me the example of what that looks like to show your appreciation for someone you care about. He does it in a number of ways. He does it physically. He does it by what he says. Like, have you ever, like, no one gives a compliment like Jimin. Have you heard the compliments that he gives to people? You're just like, damn. Yeah, no one gives a compliment like Jimin. So he says, so he's kind of taught me how to be appreciative and affectionate for other people that you care about, because sometimes people need to hear that and feel that. And don't underestimate the importance of you know, physical appreciation, you know, what, you know, words of affirmation. That makes a huge difference in how strong your relationships are with people. And if you don't show people that or give people that, your relationships are not going to be as strong. That's why people love Jimin, because he does that. And so it's kind of taught me that, hey, if you want to have really strong, great, close relationship with people, you have to you know, articulate that and make them feel that. So thank you, Jimin, for teaching me the way. KL, BTS were asked who they will date if they were girls. Most of them chose Jimin. Also, if they will allow their sisters to date a member, V chose Jimin. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. Thank you, Kay. I can't imagine Jimin being in love, like having a wife or a serious girlfriend. Can you imagine how he will treat that woman, that girl? Like, if Jimin is this affectionate and loving with people that he just cares, that he cares about, imagine the woman that he is in love with. Imagine what he's gonna do for that woman. I can't even imagine. Right? You guys know what I'm saying. I'm curious. Now I'm wondering, like, I wonder what Jimin's woman would be like. What would she be like? She'd have to be something special. J-Hope's sister? I've never seen J-Hope's sister. It was cool seeing Jimin's little brother. I didn't even know he had one. J-Hope's sister looks like him. That's cute. She has a YouTube channel? Aww. I wonder what she's like. Is she kind of silly like him? That's cool. I want to see J-Hope's sister. She's engaged. Can she dance? Nangfa. My daughter is obsessed with V. I can't even look at him, and her BF is crazy for Jim. I can't look at those two. LOL, but my love is only for DT. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, now that's a good answer. Thank you. You're funny. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for their album. Uh-oh. So whose mixtape is coming out first? Is V's mixtape next? Okay. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. I'm also seeing from Break the Silence that V and Jimin are getting more into songwriting. That's what it looked like. It looks like they're starting to develop that part of their game more. So I think as they get to as they develop into better songwriters, I think their work is just going to get better and better. And so I'm excited to see what V and Jimin do in terms of songwriting because it comes from the heart. You know, whatever they're feeling, that's where the best songs come from when you're really deep into the music, into the lyrics, into the story. And I'm glad they're starting to develop more and learn more about songwriting. Yeah, V has definitely gotten really good at it. I still can't get over V wearing overalls and a blazer in his solo. Only V could pull that look off. Are you kidding me? Who can pull off overalls and a blazer? It's unbelievable. Yeah, V does have some interesting outfits in his repertoire. Ran Tamori. Don't mind the haters, DT. We all know you love the boys dearly, like we all do. It just happened. You have a bias. Keep safe and stay healthy. Well, thank you so much. That's right. Thank you so much. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. It's true. I love all the boys. I've said it many times. That's a good question. What do you think Jimin was trying to say with filter? There's a couple theories. What do you think was his main point with filter? Let me know some of your guys' theories. What he was like in a nutshell. What do you think he was trying to say? That he can be whatever you want him to be? Or that, or maybe okay. Different, okay. He has different versions of the world. He has many sides to himself. He can be everything that you desire. I like that. Jimin is all about layers. Right, right. He's adapting to the many sides of himself. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Or how people perceive him different. Uh-huh. Yeah. There's a number of theories for his filter song. I have my own theory. What's my theory? Uh, I think the way I think what I think he was trying to say is that however you see him is depends on you. If you see Jimin a certain way, whether he's it's just like in some of those videos that you've seen, like the super hard stand videos of Jimin where he's all sexy. You've seen me react to those. If you see him that way, a really sexy, you know, a naughty Jimin, that's more saying something about you. If you see him as innocent Jimin, that's saying something about how you see him. So it's your lens that you're seeing him. He is still just him. He's just being him. But however you see him is more saying more about you than him. I think that's what he means. That's just my thought. You guys like that theory? Okay. Yeah, my mom still talks about the Black Swan dance that Jimin does. She saw the video, the music video for Black Swan, and for him perform in there, and she commented on how is it possible for a guy to dance like that? And I was like, welcome to Jimin. And that's kind of when Jimin kind of caught her eye, I think, is the Black Swan, because she didn't know that guys could dance like that. um, but yeah, and she's pretty into BTS too. Yeah, I kind of got her into BTS because she saw my YouTube channel and she started watching my reactions, and she saw my evolution. She saw my journey of getting to know BTS, and she was just so curious. And it's kind of hard not to get into BTS watching me react to them. A lot of people have said that to me. It's like, watching you grow into with BTS and get into them and seeing your reaction. Now I'm in love with BTS because I see them through your eyes in a way, and then you just become hooked, and you want to know more and more about these guys. So I find it flattering that I've personally made people army just by my BTS reactions. I've seen it. I've actually heard them say that. So I'm quite proud that I am growing the army fan base by myself in some ways. I'm helping anyway. Yeah, it's funny. My mom will bring up BTS out of nowhere. Like she'll tell me, she'll call me and say, "Oh my gosh, did you see BTS?" I was like, "How did you know that?" She's like, "Oh, I saw them on." And so my mom sometimes watches BTS videos before I even see them. Like she was the one who told me about the Jimmy Fallon thing. She hears about them being talked about on the news, and so my mom often hears about BTS news before I do. So she's super into it. It's really funny. She's into K-dramas too. She watches the survival shows. I'm like, geez, my mom is completely addicted. I'm sure you guys have gotten others into BTS by how passionate you guys are about them and how much you talk about them. So I'm sure you guys have brought a lot of people into the BTS world yourselves. And I've noticed that you guys have the best taste. You guys have really good. I've had conversations with you guys on DMs and stuff. And you guys are very educated. You probably are one of the most highly educated fan groups that I've ever interacted with. You guys are probably because you're a little bit older. I think the BTS fan base tend to be a wider range, and so you guys are just really educated. You guys know your stuff. You know music history, and you guys can have an intelligent discussion about stuff that from what I've seen that not many fan bases have. And so it's really cool interacting with mature adults who know their stuff. No offense to you youngsters. I know I got a few youngins out there. I did not just call you guys old. Okay, we got an 11-year-old here. I'm not sure how true some of this is. We got a 14-year-old, really? Yeah, right. It's way past your bedtime. There's no way you're 11 years old. I'll let you in on a little secret too. I can always kind of tell how old the person is who is commenting in the comments section by the type of comment it is. Anytime I see a certain comment in the comments section, I can usually guess how old that person is. I've kind of gotten good at this. Impressive, right? Okay, you can't just say how old am I? I'm supposed to read something into that. No, I can't tell. Usually it's a really passionate comment or a really emotional comment that I'll read into. Or like, that person's 15. Or that person's 16. You can always tell by what they're saying, especially when they have a long paragraph comment, about their opinion on something or someone or whatever. After a while, you're like, that person's young. That person's really, but other comments, you can tell the person's a little older. I think it's a maturity thing. As you mature, you start thinking, I'm just kidding. I don't want to lose all my 11-year-olds here. No offense. I'm not telling you how old I am. I know how old you are, Julie. You're 23. Keith is 20. Yeah, you're a youngster, Keith. Oh man, so we're playing this game. See, I'm not playing this game. You're not gonna trap me. I'm not falling for this trap. No, 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 no. I was taught that at an early age. You don't ask a person their age. It's rude. But just know that as I'm reading your comments in the comments section, sometimes, I'll look at them and be like, oh, that person's really intelligent. That person's older. That person's probably in their 50s. Very well-crafted argument. Very good. Well, I see another comment. It was just someone just ranting nonsense. They're like, You guys know what I'm saying. What did I miss? You missed everything. You missed all the fun. That's what you missed. Janita was wondering, am I ignoring her? No, I'm not ignoring you, Janita. I'm paying attention, honey. Julie, 26? That's right, you're 26. I was close. I thought men didn't care about age. What? Who told you that? Oh, you want me to guess your age? How am I supposed to know your age? I think you're 29. Okay, there's no winning here. Let's move on. Do you freaking see my comment? Okay, you're 15. Kidding. Yes, see, Janita, you come across as a more mature individual. You just happen to be 20. Okay, yeah. Well, you're very mature for your age. That happens. Oh, you're 15. No, you're 13. Okay, I was wrong. You're not 15, you're 13. Even better. What? Oh boy. See, where can you get this type of humor? Only Army can provide this level of humor and entertainment. You guys are awesome. No other chat. You guys have been on YouTube. What other chat is this fun with people of, I've been on a lot of chats of other people's, and you guys, see, this is just pure entertainment. The chat is more entertaining than anything. And Keith is flirting with Julie again. Bad Mama Jamma is wondering what I ate today. Now, Keith. It's okay. Do you, bro. Do you. Melanie wants to play Truth or Dare because she's a teenager. See, I got this down. What do you think if Jimin has a girlfriend? It would not surprise me. In fact, I have a feeling that that at least a couple of the guys are in relationships. We just don't know it. I think so. They got to keep it quiet, but I have a feeling at least 2 of them are in relationships. Can I summarize what you've missed? Who does summaries on this type of thing? I wouldn't be too sure. With technology nowadays, there are ways to have a relationship with someone, even if you're super busy. But I just have a feeling, I'm not gonna say who, but I think at least 2 of the BTS guys are in relationships on some level. Nah, I'm not gonna say who. You guys can speculate if you like, but if you guys truly are Army and you guys pay attention to detail and you know the guys as well as I think you guys know the guys, you could probably figure it out. Okay, and the speculating and rumors. Here we go. But guys, I mean, they're in their mid-20s, They're rich, they're famous, they're good looking, I mean, come on. And you talk about a catch. You can't do, I don't think you can do much better than one of the BTS boys. Can you imagine? Like, that's pretty much the ceiling. I don't think you could do better than any of those guys. That's basically the jackpot. Right, right. That's why I say in a relationship. I didn't get specific. I know who I'd marry. In fact, I think I told you guys the other day. Jim! I still want Jimin and JK to do a dance off. I remember in one of the Run BTS episodes when they were in jail, they kind of did a little dance battle, but it was light. I want to see them really do something fun together. That would be really cool to see. I can dance a little bit. I can dance. Oh yeah. I'm Travolta on the dance floor. Oh yeah. I can cut a rug. And Jimin has a fun name. Jim. It's just a fun thing to say. It's interesting that some of the guys have aliases names or nicknames, if you what you want to call them. V, RM, Sugar, J Hope. Uh, Jimin doesn't have one. That's his actual name. I mean, JK. That's kind of a nickname, but that's just the initials of his name. No, Jimin's nickname is not Mochi. He didn't come up with that from the beginning. He got that later. But as far as their stage names, Jimin doesn't have one. It's interesting. Jin doesn't have one either. Was it just those two? Those two are the only ones that don't have stage names. No, they got those names later. Those aren't their name. No, 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 no. Those aren't their stage names. They got those nicknames later, much later. Oh gosh. No. Jin and Jisoo should get married? Come on. It's actually not that bad. They'd be a good celebrity couple anyway. Okay, that's actually pretty fun. Jin and Jisoo would make a gorgeous couple. That's a very, very handsome couple. So for a celebrity couple, just for, I don't know, that'd be a cute pair. Like the prom king and queen. They should have that. If K-pop had a prom king and queen, who would be the prom king and queen of K-pop? Let me know your thoughts. Now remember, this is not marriage or girlfriend, but this is just prom king and queen. You know what that means. Who would be the prom king and queen? Jennie and Taehyung. Okay. Jimin and Lisa. That would be my favorite. JK and Lisa, that's a popular one. What about Wonho? That big stallion. We don't have any Wonho fans in here? Kai and Jennie. Okay. Jimin and Jimin. Oh, Taemin and Sugi. Sugi, okay. What about IU? Would IU be paired with anyone? Hwasa. Interesting. Okay. V and Irene. Ah, interesting. IU and JK. Yeah. Okay, but now I think the winner is, ready for this? The winner is Jin and Jisoo. I have proclaimed it. Jin and Jisoo are the K-pop prom king and queens. Make it trend on Twitter, please. I'm not shipping them. I'm just saying they would be the prom king and queen. That's totally different. You guys are so much fun. You guys are fun. RM and Jisoo? Nah, interesting. Okay. Chris Reyes, what you got to say? Question. Jimin is obviously a very sweet, affectionate, young, straight man. But why do straight men find Jimin so attractive and falls for his charm? What, you're asking me why do straight men fall for Jimin? I've talked about this before. Jimin, well, I can speak for myself as a straight man. Jimin has the quality where he is masculine and feminine at the same time. And so he's attractive on both levels. It's like, have you ever heard the expression like, he's a guy that every guy wants to be like and every woman wants to be with? That's a quality that it's kind of hard to explain. Like Jimin, his masculinity is attractive for men, straight men. We want to be that seductive. We want to be able to move like that and stuff like that. And he also has a very delicate, charming feminine side. And he goes back and forth all the time. So he's always keeping you guessing, and it pulls you in. And so I got seduced by Jimin pretty quickly by serendipity. I just never seen a guy that delicate and sweet and pretty all at the same time. And so that caught my attention. Like, he's a pretty guy. And then to see him in other performances like Lie, where he just is so sensual and masculine and feminine at the same time, it's just he has a very rare combination that I haven't seen too many times. I think the only other person that I can think of that had the masculine and feminine thing like he does is Prince from back in the 80s. But Jimin is even taking it a level above that. So I think that's the secret of why Jimin is so captivating, and he makes straight men, look at him like that, is because he has a very rare combination, and it's extremely attractive on a lot of different levels. And so that's my thought. Yes. Nangfa, Kai and Jenny dated. Can't pick them. Whoops. Jimina. Oh, yes. Feel free to ship Jimin and DT. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Ship away. But I will say this. Watching JK perform My Time, getting that same feeling I got when I watched Jimin. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, damn. But that was that's the masculine side. What JK showed in the My Time performance, that's the masculine sensuality, the Antonio Banderas from Desperado type of thing that Jimin can do really well also. That's what I was attracted to watching JK. I haven't seen JK do the delicate thing like quite like Jimin does. You'd have to give me an example of a time that JK did a very delicate, tender, sweet thing like Jimin. Like Jimin turns into a little flower, a little mochi on sometimes. And then he can also be very masculine like that. JK kind of is just all masculine energy, especially with that performance. So it's a different type of thing. Yeah, but JK was dope. JK was dope as hell in that performance. I like D-Min. D-Min is a good ship. No. Give me an example of when JK did something like Serendipity or something delicate like that. I can't think of any. You'd have to give me an example. Give me a video where JK was like that. I've never seen that. Euphoria? No, I wouldn't classify that as delicate feminine energy that Jimin does. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. It can be kind of complicated, these things, but yeah. Right. JK is the captain of the football team. He's just the stud. He's the young stud of BTS. He knows it. That's his role. But isn't that the beautiful thing about BTS? They can give you so many layers. Like you can never get bored being ARMY or being a BTS fan. They have so much depth in their talent base. Like they have so much. That's the impressive thing about BTS is that they have so many layers. They can give it to you any way you want it. You want some of this? They got it. You want some of that? They got that too. Like they have everything. They can be sweet and silly and goofy and drunk BTS, and then they can give a speech at the UN being serious. I mean, how many artists can you name that can do that? There's not that many. What do I say about V? Well, you guys tell me. What do you guys like about V? I know what I like about V. Tell me. What is it about V that gets you? He's handsome. I can tell you're young. Okay. He's weirdness. Having to speed read here. Okay. V is very different though. He's an unusual guy in a good way. That's just he's just different. So he's something you don't see too often, and he's a refreshing weirdness, if you will. He sees things differently than most people. He acts different than most people. KL, I always forget to ask you this. Did you react to 3J's Urban Dance for BTS Festa? 3J's? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to check. I don't think that doesn't ring a bell though. Janita. Okay, Jimin's style is very androgynous. He even had a non-binary sign on his arm in a photo shoot and often wears women's clothing. Yeah, I know he does. He also wore a hanbok dress to a school festival and said he wasn't embarrassed. I love him. Yeah, that's the one thing about Jimin. He is very secure. I don't know if it took him a while to come to that place, but you can tell now he is very, very secure, and he knows he's comfortable in his own skin. He knows who he is, and he's he's very, very comfortable with who he is, which is awesome. Did I, Julie? I reacted to the 3J. I thought I did. I'm starting to lose track. I've done so many videos. I'm starting to lose track sometimes. Do I still think that JK is the member who has it? Yes, JK has it. He's always had it. From the very first time I saw that guy, I was like, who is that guy? That is the definition of it. When you can't take your eyes off someone on stage or performing somewhere, that is it. That person has it. But turns out all 7 of them had that it. It really just depends on what video or what song you're watching. But all of them can turn it on like that. Yes, all 7 of them are superstars, which is weird because usually you have 1 superstar in a group, maybe 2, but not all 7. They're like a super group. Yeah, getting back to V's eye contact, I just can't get over it. You know, even when he's doing nothing. I was watching the Run BTS episode today, and when they're doing the acting drama thing, he's just sitting there on the couch saying action, and just watching him say action. I was looking at his face like, wow. That's how intensely good looking that guy is with his eyes. He is really expressive in the face, and it's effortless with him. That's why I said V for visual. The camera just loves that guy's face. Yes, Jimin has it too. But V is kind of like V is like a Picasso painting on the wall that's just priceless. You look at it and you just stare at and he's kind of like that, where you just look at something so striking and deep and interesting. That's kind of how I look at V. You're just staring at a beautiful work of art on the wall, like, wow. Corin Alexis. Love that name. Tay's my Capricorn twin. We are uniquely different. Thanks. Speaking of speech, there's heat backlash from China on BTS RM's James A. Van Fleet Award. James A. Van Fleet Award. What's that mean? There's some backlash from China about BTS RM's James. What's a James A. Van Fleet Award? I don't know what that means. You'll have to explain that one. I'm not sure what that is or why there's backlash. I don't know. Natasha, with your sexy name, going to bed. It's 4:30 in the morning here. For your question, V is my bias because I see myself in him. Both Capricorn. Same goes for Yoongi. They always touch me. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, Natasha, you're going to bed at 4:30 in the morning? Oh, I got you up late. All right, well, sweet dreams, my love. Good night. Okay, what are we talking about? It's something political. Okay. The Van Fleet Award. All right. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. You guys like my V work of art comparison? I liked it too. I'm not gonna lie, I was a pretty big NSYNC fan, you know, in the early 2000s. I was a pretty big NSYNC fan. I thought they were pretty good. Yeah, I thought Justin was a star. When I first saw Justin Timberlake and NSYNC, I was like, oh, that's the star right there. That guy right there. And I thought I kind of ridiculously thought that was the best boy group ever. I just thought they were awesome, and I hadn't seen anybody better than them since, until BTS came around. Keith was a Metallica fan before BTS. That's a big swing. Interesting. We got a Backstreet Boy fan. I like Backstreet Boys' early stuff. You know, when they were like in the late 90s, they were coming on the scene. You know, they were doing some bit. You know, I like their dark. They kind of had the dark thing going. They wore a lot of black. They were good-looking guys. The Backstreet Boys were cool, but then I thought NSYNC was a little bit better than them, mainly because of Justin. They didn't have Justin. That's why I always said the dude with the it. You know, usually like Michael Jackson with Jackson 5. Usually the dude, you know, the dude. That kind of separates from the pack a little bit. Backstreet Boys, I didn't think they had that guy. That it guy. They were all kind of very, very good, but they didn't have that mega star like a Justin Timberlake. Now with BTS, imagine having 7 Justin Timberlakes. Oh yeah, One Direction was pretty cool. Yeah, some of them were just too good looking. In One Direction, some of those guys, they were more good looking than talented. No offense. Although some of those boys could really sing though. They weren't as versatile as BTS though. They could sing, they were good looking guys. They had pretty good production company behind them. And they did big numbers. One Direction, they did some big numbers back then. but they weren't on the level of BTS in terms of skill. BTS just has so much skill, and so that's the difference, I think. Yes, Zayn is very handsome. I remember that guy. Okay, someone keeps saying I'm 34. I'm not. Yeah, what is Zayn doing nowadays? What is he doing? Is he done? Is he out of the game? Okay, so Zayn retired from the game. Okay, he had his moment in the sun. He's a dad. Did I react to Fool's cover by JK and RM? Yes, I did. I never tell people my age. It's rude. Thank you, Keith. Does it matter? Does it matter my age? Would you judge? Would you look at me differently? Would I be less DT than I was if I after I told you my age? I'm your role model. Oh, that's sweet. Joanne Kwan, what you got to say, honey? Thank you for the super chat. That's awesome. Thanks for loving and reacting to BTS. Oh, I wish I could read. Is that Korean? I wish I could read that. What does that say? Someone tell me what that says, what Joanne's thing says, if you guys can see it. She said thanks and thanks. Oh, so sweet. Really? Okay, I gotta. Thanks and oh, okay. Very cute. One day I'm gonna have my Korean. I'll be fluent and all that pretty soon. At some point, if I keep watching the BTS episodes, I'm gonna get good eventually. I even sang the happy birthday in Korean to my daughter. Yeah, she thought that was cute. Oh yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting good at it. Julie's gonna be my Korean tutor. Okay, cool, awesome. It's gonna come in handy. Learning Korean is gonna come in handy. It's already coming in handy, you know. But eventually, I want to go visit Korea, and I'm a BTS fan, so I'm probably gonna run into a lot of BTS fans from Korea probably, and it'd be nice to be able to chat with them. Spanish too, Julie? Okay, cool. Julie, you and I should just travel when I do my traveling bit soon. You should just come with. You might come in handy. Spanish and Korean, those are pretty good. I'm gonna need Spanish, Korean, probably German, French. Yeah. So I'm gonna need a couple people to come with me. Yeah. Chinese, yes. And Japanese. There we go. Finnish. Oh, that's right. Corin Alexis. Thank you for a compliment. You're a guy I like to be acquaintances first and then friends second to have to talk with. A second Jimin Tay pair. Libra Capricorn. Aww. Well, I love your name, Corin Alexis. I'm big on names, if you guys hadn't noticed. Um, you know, I just love beautiful names. My youngest daughter is named Kaylani Ray. Yeah, I put a lot of thought into that name. I was like, Kaylani Ray was one of the prettiest names I ever heard as a kid. And I always said, when I have a daughter, I'm going to name one of them Kaylani Ray. I'm very big on names. My favorite names of all time, I'll tell you, my top three, no, my top four favorite names ever for a girl. Olivia was up there. That's why I named my daughter Olivia. Kaylani was another one, so I named my daughter Kaylani. My other two favorite names for girls is Giselle and Alexis. Giselle and Alexis. So those are my four girl names that I love. That's why Corinne Alexis, your Alexis caught my attention because that's one of my favorite names. We have an Olivia here. Boy names, I'm not as picky about boy names. But girl names, you get the right girl name, they're just beautiful names. Oh, girl names sound so sweet. Keith's sister is named Alexis. There you go. One of my faves. But I'm always on the lookout for pretty names. And especially now that I've gotten into more exotic music, I'm starting to see a lot very, very pretty names that I've never heard of before. So if you guys have any names, exotic pretty girl names, throw them out. I'm always adding to the list. Just in case I have 4 or 5 more girls. Your baby's name is Lachi Molala? Beautiful. KL, yes, that's pretty. That's nice. Natasha, yeah, I've always liked that name. Okay, now, now you guys are just throwing out my future daughter's names. Mylene, ooh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one. Interesting. Monisha, Zili, Olga, Rain. These are good. See, I've never seen some of these. See, that's why it's nice to be that you guys are from all over the world. You know, you're exposing me to pretty names I've never even heard of. Berlin, is it Berlin or Berlin? Berlin? That's a nice name. Charlene, okay. Karina, Somalia. Wow, these are very exotic names. Kimchi. I'll name my son that. I'll name my son Kimchi. What if I name my son Jimin? That'd be perfect. Okay, what's a good name for my son? His name is going to be Jimin. What's a good middle name? And then Parker. Jimin. Jimin Alexander Parker. What's a pretty strong name? Joanne Kwan. Thanks for loving and reacting to BTS. Wait, didn't I just read that? Demon. No one can give me a middle name for my son Jimin. Jimin Tristan Parker. How does that sound? Jimin Nemo Parker. Huh, interesting. How about Park Jimin Parker? Or Park Jimin. Park Jimin. Jimin Tony Montana Parker. Beautiful. Jimin Tay Parker. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. Jimin Tay Parker. Nice. These are good. Am I getting carried away with the Jimin thing? Jiminshi. Oh, this is fun. Isn't coming up with names fun? I've always found that fun. Mina. Don't tell me you guys haven't thought about naming your next kid one of the members of BTS. Come on, don't lie. Any of you guys having kids soon? Huh? Who's having kids soon? Who's having a baby? We don't have any future Jimins or Taehyungs? Sophie's pregnant. Okay, there you go, Sophie. Jimin Tay Parker. Oh, okay, we got a few pregnant people here. How many pregnant people do we have here? Okay. Aha! Ran Tamori, what do you got? Trying to convince my husband to name our third child Jimin. There you go. Come on, husband. In fact, is your husband watching? Hey, husband of Ran Tamori, Jimin, please. Jimin Tay, whatever your last name is. We need more Jimins in the world. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Okay, some of you are 12 and 13. Yep, no need to have kids yet. No need. All right, we got some Jimins on the way. All right, we did it, people. We did it. Namjoon. Bye, Ola. Okay. Some of you guys have too many sons. Okay. Jimin Parker. Ooh, name your son Rat Monster. It's kind of gangster, actually. Oh, I'm sure there's probably a lot of kids that were born that have the names of at least a few of the members, no doubt. Are you kidding me? There's people with tattoos of BTS and the guys on themselves, so I'm sure there's some babies that are named after. KL with your pretty name. The meaning of Jimin's name is my wisdom will reach higher than the sky. Damn. It was given to him by his grandfather. Really? Jimin means my wisdom will reach higher than the sky. Now I love the name even more. It's awesome. Thanks for the info and the super chat. Appreciate that. I will make my kid's name Dance Monster. I'm going to name my son Bangtan. I'm probably gonna get another tattoo. And it's probably gonna be Bangtan or Bangtan Boys in the Korean characters somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. So if you see, I'll show you, if I get the new tattoo soon, I'll show you. I haven't decided where I'm gonna get this tattoo, but it's gonna be somewhere. Should I put the Bangtan Boys on the side of my head? Bye-bye, Ira. Ira. Hangul, okay. Julie, you are really gonna come in handy. Nangfa, okay. My daughter's middle name is named after Tae Yang from Big Bang, okay, which is Young Bae. But Bae was my oldest brother's name who passed away. Okay. Interesting. Tae Yang. Oh, from Big Bang, right, okay. See? And thank you for the super chat, honey. Yeah, what if I just get Jimin's face tattooed on my neck like that? Wouldn't that be special? No, that wouldn't be cool. You don't think this would be a little distracting? Like, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I got Jimin on my neck. No big deal. Oh, is that creepy? Is it creepy? Jimin, they just called you creepy. Some of you like the idea, okay. Oh, thank you for that sticker. You are amazing. Okay, we got 3 more minutes here, people. It's been fun. So give it to me. Give me your best comments. Give me your best questions. Now's the time. Now's the time. These are really nice pictures of the guys. Look how cute Suga is. Isn't he cute? V. Look at V. Jin. I like this picture of Jin. Isn't he cute? What is it? Oh, Hobie. Isn't he cute? The young stud. Bang. RM. Mr. President. These came with my Bangtan, my army bomb. Is that weird that I have that just... Whatever, no shame in my game. You think I care what people think? I'm a straight guy who gushes over Jimin any chance I get in front of millions of people. You think I care? Thank you all. You guys are so sweet. Yes, I'm a straight guy, but I'm very secure. I'm very secure in my manhood, in my masculinity. I have no problem complimenting a dude's thighs, okay? Thank you for the sticker again. You're so sweet. Yes. Let's hear it for JK's thighs one more time. Let's hear it for Jimin's crotch grab. Okay, okay. And one more time for Jimin's crotch grab. All right, guys. It was fun as usual. I will be doing another live stream in a couple weeks. I will see you then. Till next time. Peace.